Anaconda going and doing the mini Moldorm cave, and we do see a lamp hidden in the mushroom spot in the Lost Woods, and we get the magic mirror getting out of the chicken hut. And was that a moon pearl in the well I just saw?
Yes, it was. You got to be thinking. You got to be thinking you're going to be either heading to the Dark World early, or you might be heading over into Aghanim very soon.
We also get a flute and the and one of the
Fire
boomerangs
rod
out of the Moldorm cave here. It looked like the blue one.
Yeah, Ninban grabbing a fire rod as well.
Ninban getting his magic mirror there. And we get a bug net in the back of the hideout there. It looks like Kakariko is more like Stackerico.
Yeah, and a hammer. I'm not sure how I missed that the first time around, but there's just way too many items coming at us, vast and furious in Kakariko. So Jeff, I gotta wonder, with all of these, you were seeing a lot of big items here up front. What do you think these runners are thinking this early on to getting all those items?
It's definitely going to be an interesting race. We got a quick map check there. It looked like I seen a blue pendant in Desert and crystals in Hera and Eastern.
Looked like not 5-6 crystals, but still required. Well, everything's required today, really. Wild Anaconda going under the bridge. Gonna talk to our man under here, camping out. Just gets a little love out of there.
I did just get word that Professor Pixie is still having a little bit of trouble getting her tracker to work, so bear with us on a moment there while we work out that technical difficulty on her end.
All the runners now appearing to sort of crisscross over each other and picking up and filling in where where their respective partners have already been. And it looks like are we going to see from Rywek? Are we going to see an early Aga, or are we going to get escape? Actually, we don't have I don't think we have any swords yet, so this is probably escape.
Yeah, there's definitely a escape plan here.
Nice having the mirror. They'll be able to instantly get back to the entrance here for a quick run through the front of escape and into Dark Cross. That will be the mirror. Very nice to have. Alucard appears to have the same idea, heading over to do the escape route now as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. Ninban looks like this is our first look over at Sahasrara's closet. Not sure that we've seen anyone else come back here. Just a couple bombs. The boots. Very nice. Looks like gonna go fast starting very early today. Rywek, I'm sure, is got word of where the boots were and is heading straight there. And we got a flute activation over with Wild Anaconda as they pick up their flippers. Rywek also finding out that the green pendant is Swamp Palace. I don't think Ninban checked that. I think Ninban was rushed right by, but Rywek picking up the extra info.
Yeah, it looks like Rye is headed down over to Moldorm Cave as well. And Alucard is looking to go to Dark Cross at this point.
It's interesting. I believe that was skipped by the French Canadian. I don't recall seeing them go back into Dark Cross, so this might be our first check. Ninban heading up to Zora. Gonna get a check of the ledge. Not much there. Looked like just a piece of heart. Wild Anaconda appears to be just behind. So it looks like after an early item dump, things have settled down a bit, and with all the runners, we're just kind of going through our progressions here, trying to find something that's gonna get us major progression.
Indeed, as Wild Anaconda is going up to the scam artist known as Zora, while Rye is activating the Swag Duck Express.
Now that is a grade A scam, just picking up a couple of blueberries. Those 3 bombs, not worth the price of admission. Ninban climbing up the mountain, apparently not seeing anything they liked in Spectacle Rock, making their way over to Tower of Hera, picking up a piece of heart, which it does, now that I noticed, it looks like we're still kind of running low on hearts here. Health a bit of a concern early on.
Yeah, it looks like Rye's headed up to Death Mountain here. Might be dipping into Tower of Hera here as Alucard activates his flute, and his partner Wild Anaconda also making that climb up to Death Mountain. And it looks like Ninban is already inside Tower of Hera, down there in that basement, I do believe.
Yeah, all our runners today seem to be reluctant to check out Eastern Palace. Can't say that I disagree with that, not having a bow or a sword for that matter. But all of them seeing fit to come up here as we get a map check on Wild Anaconda's side for the Dark World, Pendant Ice, and Pendant Swamp.
And on Spec Rock, we just have a little bit of love there as Rye is dipping into Spiral Cave here. Not sure if Rye went into the other part of Paradox Cave, but takes an unfortunate death to one of those mini mold dorms there.
Yeah, health has been in short supply. A lot of pieces of heart, but not a lot of actual, converting it into a lot of hearts at the moment. Would hope to see a bit more health before they really dive into the Dark World, or at least something, at least a blue mail, perhaps.
I do believe we are still trying to sort out a tech issue here on Professor Pixie's side, as she's one of our trackers. She doesn't have a video feed from what I hear, so hopefully we can get that resolved here momentarily. Meanwhile, Rye is looking to go into Tower of Hera here. Oh, nope, gonna go straight over to East Death Mountain.
Yeah, it looks like Ninban is apparently ready to do Hammer Moldorm. This would be a very interesting fight. Not a very easy fight to do with Hammer. Ooh, down the center hole. Unfortunate. We do get a peek here. We got a medallion. Hey, and there's our sword and some blue mail. I missed the medallion. I wasn't sure if it was ether. But a great pickup there. Paradox Cave.
Yeah, I kind of missed it myself, so not really sure here. But Ninban is going to go take on Moldorm here, and it looks like Wild Anaconda just right behind. He'll be making that climb as well. And we do have Alucard over in Eastern, so we do have an Eastern Palace play.
Ninban getting the 3 hammers down on Moldorm's tail, dispatching him with the final, what I believe is the final item, just a pack of bombs. excellent fight by Ninban. Hammer strats on Moldorm, not very easy. And Wild Anaconda following suit with their hammer strats as well. It looks like, yeah. So according to chat, we're hearing Eastern came through with the gloves, which would be great, a great find there. Although Alucard still missing out on their sword. Wild Anaconda should be picking that up in short order, and will no doubt relay that information over as Ninban as well gets their items from Paradox Cave. So we are off and running here.
Indeed, we are. As Ninban gets his old man check from Death Mountain, and Wild Anaconda doing a Spiral Cave here.
Ninban heading over to Eastern. We'll get their fresh new pair of gloves as well. I imagine it's only a matter of time before we step foot into the Dark World to begin our trek, begin our odyssey through the Dark World.
Oh yeah, once we start firing off into the Dark World, man, it's gonna be one good race here, as Rai is headed over to the Eastern area. Probably gonna check out nope, gonna bypass Sashrala altogether, gonna go straight to Eastern. Alucard rescuing the old man, getting a bottle for his troubles there.
Yep, with the French Canadians finishing up Eastern, and Stoops troop finishing up the mountain. We're still pretty close here, despite having everyone in seemingly disparate places. As Alucard dips over into the desert area as well,
and Ben picking up his Bombos medallion, and it looks like Rye is going to be doing the same thing here in a moment. A very unusual play for both members of Les French Canadiens be dipping into the same dungeon here. It is possible that they've already done all the overworld checks and are now just doing light world cleanup on the dungeons.
Yeah, you're right, and a very interesting strategy, but could be very effective. I mean, it could be risky, right? You're not really getting the breadth of checks that you would if you were to split up. But on the plus side, if all goes well, your whole team is going to be finishing, very quickly. So you could pick up some time there. It could come back to get you, but we'll see. It's very interesting to see how it's going to play out, because it seems as though Alucard and Wild Anaconda are kind of going their separate ways and calling out important key items as they go along to try to cover more ground.
Oh, indeed it is. This is still fairly early, so can't count either team out just yet. So Ninban picking up his big key there. That'll allow him to open up that big chest. Not sure what's in it, because I did miss that earlier. And it looks like Rai is headed up. He's headed north. Might be trying to dip into the Dark World, taking the long way around, as he doesn't have the Titan's Glove to move that big boulder. So we're just going to use the Hammer Strat and take care of the lightweight rock to get into the Dark World. And bonking that tree gives him a full magic bond.
Yeah, and to clarify in chat, Assassin, this is 2v2. On the left, we have Alucard and Wild Anaconda 69 Stoops troop. versus Rywek and Ninban, the French Canadians, in a all dungeons co-op race. Each team member is in communication with each other to let them know where items are. And so it is both teams, both players running against the others. Winning times are, they take both runners' times and average them out, and whoever has the fastest average is the winning team.
And on Inban's side, we do pick up our first bow. So Hype Cave just really got hyped there. So that's going to open up at least Eastern and, I believe that's going to open up Eastern and Pod all at the same time. So we might see the Eastern Pod combo here.
Yep, they have the a real good configuration for that with hammer, mirror, fire, lamp. They're ready to go. You can really they'll be able to knock off both dungeons very quickly.
Rye headed up to Skull Woods, immediately went to the back half. Going to put that fire rod to good use. Meanwhile, Alucard's going to go pick up that bow here in Hype Cave, and. Yep, Ninban is making the play to Pod. Gotta pay the extortionist the 110 rupees or so to get into that dungeon.
It's interesting. I wonder if Rywek has information about what is in the front half of Skullwoods, or simply is making the gamble and saying, no, I'm just going to clear this dungeon and worry about the checks after.
Very interesting. And it looks like Alucard is now going to put his... Well, I thought he was going to put that bow to use by going to Pod, but it looks like he might be checking what's on Pyramid. And we're already fighting Mothula here with Rye's side, and it looks like Wild Anaconda also making a Skullwood play. Missed what was on the Pyramid because I was focused on Anaconda there for a second.
Yeah, same. I'm captivated by the hammer moth. Also, not a very easy strategy, but Rywek making it look very easy. As a chat informs, apparently there's a blue rupee on the Pyramid, so we won't be picking that up.
Indeed, we will not be worried about a bloopy, as there is more money to be made elsewhere. Alucard picking up a blue potion in the witch's hut. Looking to fill up his bottles for a little bit of safety.
Yeah, 8 hearts and red mail, not too bad, but it never hurts, especially with no half magic and already low on magic. The blue potion will be a great thing to have in your back pocket.
Indeed it is. And it looks like Ninban is just making a fairly effortless progression there into Pod. Ooh, takes an unfortunate fall right there on the bridge as he's trying to set up that bomb there. It's not going to go off because it went off screen.
Alucard getting a big 20 from Catfish.
Yeah, I'd say I want my money back for that. And we get the Titan's Mitt in Skull Woods. That is definitely going to be valuable later. That is going to open up access to Meyer now, since we have the flute and everything. Ooh, this race just got a whole lot interesting, folks.
I think we're still missing. So we're still missing a hook shot. We're missing Ice Rod, and I believe we're still missing Cane of Samaria as well.
I do believe you are correct there. We're going to get a look at Graveyard Ledge here from Rye. And Ninban is going to give us a look at what's inside the big chest of Pod. And it is a sword upgrade for him. It will be a Master Sword level upgrade. And Desert Ledge does not have anything.
Graveyard Ledge, neither.
All right, gonna go into King's Tomb here, and it looks like Wild Anaconda is now taking on good old Mothula here, and King's Tomb is also dead. Just another red rupee, so not much help there. Wild Anaconda making nice work of Mothula there, gonna score his second crystal. That'll be 2 dungeons overall for Stoops troops, and we're looking at 1 dungeon for Les French Canadiens. It is still early, folks, so don't count them out just yet. I do believe Rye got the information that there was a bow in Hype Cave, and he is going to be picking that up, well, right about now. Meanwhile, Anaconda is still dealing with Skull Woods, and Alucard is in pod.
Yeah, this still feels very like a very close race. There's plenty. It seems like we're in a lot of different places, but I think they're all just crisscrossing over each other. This is really shaping up to be a tight race.
Oh, it most definitely is. It looks like Ninban is getting ready to take on Helmasaur King. And if you're not familiar with the Helmasaur King, it will take 17 hits with the magic hammer, and then we can spam the center eye there with arrows or what other weapon that we have available to us. And Rye is going to give us our Cave 45 check. Full piece of love, and we are going to be picking that up. Just a little bit of extra safety there.
Yeah, I thought about leaving it behind, but I think it was a good decision. I think health has been at a premium, and it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra buffer.
Oh, indeed, I would have picked it up myself. Wild Anaconda also now picking up his Titan's Mitt. And Helmasaur King goes down in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, Ninban did a really great job there. Made quick work of Helmasaur King.
Indeed, and we have Rye up in the Shovel Gang. Les French Canadiens now at 2 dungeons, as is Stoops Troops still. But that count's going to change here in just a moment, as Alucard is going to be clearing pod in just probably about 3 to 5 minutes.
Making the decision to leave the shovel on the ledge, at least for now.
Interesting choice there, but we are going to do the Smith chain.
Yep. Rywek not knowing about that shovel, will do the Smith chain without it. So we'll have to wait and see if that will come into play.
And the hammer pegs gives us another bottle. Looks like Rye was thinking about it, but went ahead and went and grabbed it. That's going to provide a little bit of extra safety in the form of a potion or a fairy. And we're going to turn in the frog and see what reward we get for rescuing the Dwarven Smith.
Yes, yeah, no. Chat rightfully pointing out, we don't have a cape, so we can't get to Bumper Ledge yet.
And fortunately, that cape's going to elude us for now, as it looks like Alucard is getting ready to go downstairs in pod. Like I said, he is just mere minutes away from taking on Helmasaur King here. And Wild Anaconda going down to the back half of Escape.
Yeah, I don't believe we've seen this.
Not much hope there.
Yeah.
Ryan going to give us a look at the medallion requirement for Meyer, and it is the Ether Medallion, and he's going to dip into that shed as Ninban is going to wrap up his fight with the Armos Knights.
Did not get the quick kill, but still made quick work of it nonetheless. Great fight by Ninban.
And no help there off of the Meyer shed. Let's check out Checkerboard Cave. I believe that is going to be the next play. Alucard now taking on Helmasaur King, and Wild Anaconda getting ready to probably going to make a dip into Thieves Town.
Did we see the sword upgrade in Checkerboard Cave? Did we see the medallion though for Meyer? I don't.
Yes, we did. The medallion requirement for Misery Meyer will be the Ether Medallion.
Alucard, not to be outdone, also having a great Helma fight.
And yes, Wild Anaconda does dip into Thieves Town as I suspected, and we're going to get a look at the first four here, which was just a piece of love there on that first check. And Rye is in Desert Palace. A big key on the second check for Wild Anaconda, and a big key on the torch for Rye, so that would have been boots locked if we were looking for them, but since we already have the boots, that's not going to be any trouble at all.
Yeah, without a Cane of Samaria, we can't do the quick back-to-back dungeon clear like we did with Pod Eastern. But who knows? Could be locked here in Desert. We'll have to see.
And the third and fourth checks for Wild Anaconda in the front half of Thieves Town is just a red rupee and a 300 pack of rupees. It's time to go to the back half. Meanwhile, Rye working his way through Eastern, and Ninban looking to go to Catfish, I do believe.
Yeah, Ninban's going to be very disappointed with what Catfish is handing out today.
Yeah, I would be too, and he's not even going to wait for it tonight. He's just going to mirror out and probably route in Waterfall Fairy and Zora. Meanwhile, it looks like Alucard getting ready to wrap up Pod here in just a few moments.
Rywek seeing a big 20 in the front of Desert, immediately mirrors towards the back. I think that was only the first item, unless I missed another one. So Lamo might be hiding our second item here in Desert.
Alucard now getting ready to fight the Armos Knights. Setting it up very nicely, and we'll see how well it's executed. Looks like it's going to be executed fairly nice. Picture perfect, mind you. And it looks like Rye is about ready to face the Land Molas, while Ninban is going down to back of Escape. And we'll see what's in Blind Cell as Wild Anaconda is headed downstairs to the dungeon of Thieves Town.
Rywek using the Fire Rod to make quick work of Land Molus, but running out of magic just at the end there. Shouldn't have much more to go on that final one.
Wild Anaconda does pick up the small key to access the treasure chest room here in Thieves Town, and it only gives up a bloopy, so really wasn't much help there. Rye does take out Ed Molas, giving him another dungeon clear.
Only 20 more rupees to show for it, plus a nice necklace.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it is the clearing of the dungeon that really counts here.
Indeed, and it looks like, I wonder if this is our first dip into Ice Palace.
Oh, I believe it is going to be our first dip into Ice Palace, so that's definitely going to be some new information here. Ninban going to the treasure chest game here in Village of Outcast. I missed that check earlier, and it was just a 10-pack of rupee arrows, rather, and not much help there, as Alucard is up at Skull Woods. And Ninban going to dip into Thieves Town. just as
Wild
Wild Anaconda finishes his fight in Thieves Town.
Yeah, did very well. Looked to have stuck mostly to the script on for blind.
And we have the Cane of Samaria in that bombable hut there in the southern end of Village of Outcasts. That is definitely a game changer, folks.
Yeah, and Wild Anaconda right behind is going to also get their Cane of Samaria as well.
Alucard making nice work here of Skull Woods, getting bunny form there as he goes through the door, but intentionally takes the spike hit to do away with it because taking any kind of damage will nullify that effect. Going to be taking care of Mafia here in just a second as he drops down for that fight. And Wild Anaconda doing the shovel game. Going to be disappointed there.
Ice Palace bomb jump incoming. Doesn't get it the first try. Looked to be just off at the end there. Second try is a charm for Rywek.
Yeah, that is one of the more trickier bomb jumps in the game. And it's not fairly uncommon for people to have a little bit of difficulty pulling that one off, as you just got to be at the right pixelation for that one. I would say the other difficult bomb jump would be the hammer jump in Pod.
Yeah, with Ninban picking up the Cane of Samaria right as Rywek was entering Ice Palace, you gotta imagine Rywek was wishing that they had gotten that information. They had managed to get that information a little bit sooner.
Oh, most definitely. Looks like Headband has the hole in the floor opened up to shine that ray of light on the prisoner in the Thieves Town cell. Gotta be careful here. Just now noticing one heart. So, might have a few potions. I'm not sure what's inside his bottles. But definitely gotta be careful.
So we are now really just we're looking for a hook shot, we're looking for an ice rod, and that is it. That as long as Toro Rock is not Quake, which I don't think anyone has been up there to check yet, but we are just a 2, maybe 3 items away from go mode right now, and this race is very close.
Indeed it is, and I believe you are right. We're just a handful of items away from everything we need to finish off here. And Ben's got the prisoner going to be taking on Blind here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Rye is doing very nicely, doing his crawl through Ice Palace. And speaking of Ice Palace, Alucard dipped into Ice Palace, missed him going inside. And Wild Anaconda taking the purple chest on a world tour here.
Yeah, Alucard may be only about a minute behind Rywek getting into Ice Palace. This is a very close race.
Indeed it is, as Wild Anaconda definitely going on a lengthy world tour here. Going to be taking the treasure chest to Hype K. He's going to be picking up the bow upgrade here. Be his first bow. Do not believe we have seen silvers quite yet.
Silver arrows just came up on Rywek's screen. So Ice Palace big chest having the silver arrows for our runners today.
Wow, I could not have planned that any picture perfect talking about silvers, and it gets pulled mere seconds after I mentioned them. that is definitely going to make the Ganon fight a lot easier later on. And Rye is going to be taking on Colts. They're going to be using that Bombos Medallion. That's going to make short work of that icy exterior.
Yeah, smart play using the Bombos. You can also melt it with Fire Rod, but it's going to take a lot more shots and drain a lot more magic. And you're going to want to use those Fire Rod shots like Rywek did to dispatch those puffs a lot faster. A very nice cold stare fight by Rywek, as Alucard just making their way through through the latter half of Ice Palace here. The Wild Anaconda, I think, is the first to come through the Mire Desert area with the Cane of Samaria. Will be interesting to see if they chain both desert and Mire together. They may do that. I'm not sure if they'll. Looks like they'll go
Wild Anaconda
Mire
is
first.
Just be stepping into Mire and then use the mirror to jump into desert, as we do not have the book yet.
Yep, and yeah, because with that, this will be our first. This will be our first look into Mire as well.
Indeed, it is. As Alucard doing fairly nicely, crawling through Ice Palace, and Rye is now inside Thieves Town. While it appears Ninban is going to be doing Skull Woods. In fact, getting ready to drop down for that Mafia fight.
Yeah, yeah, and somebody pointed out in chat, Rywek's going to want to try to pick up some bombs somewhere around here in Village of Outcasts. They'll be able to pick up their Cane of Samaria in the Bombable Hut, but it'll be a little difficult to do without bombs. So hopefully there might be a bomb drop here, and it'll be a-okay.
Indeed, as Ninban takes out Mafia fairly quickly, and we get a small key on that check on that small bridge from Wild Anaconda. Rye is now getting ready to head upstairs of Thieves Town to open up that hole in the floor. And Alucard still crawling through Ice Palace.
Ninban following Wild Anaconda into Mire.
And I was just noting the crystal and medallion locations, and based on what we have here, I do not think we have eliminated Ped as a possibility quite yet, so that could still be in play. Alucard finishing up Ice Palace, picking up that red pendant, so that's going to be another dungeon cleared for Stoop troops. As Wild Anaconda crawling through Misery Mire. And it looks like Ninban is also inside Mire, from what I can see. Rye taking on Blind here, doing very nicely to avoid the spinning heads and the fireballs. Nice execution as Blind goes down.
All our runners having very good boss fights tonight.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too many mistakes as far as routing, execution, and boss fights goes. It looks all of these runners are doing fairly solid today. I do believe this is going to be one of those races that comes down to the nitty gritty, down to the Ganon fight. Wild Anaconda going to put that can of Samaria to use, and we are going to be seeing our Vitreous fight here in just a moment.
And I don't believe, Wild Anaconda does not have the silvers, so it won't be quite as fast of a fight. And with the Master Sword, it's still going to take a few swings at those eyes to get rid of them. So this fight's still going to require a bit of concentration.
Indeed it is. I do not know if Wild Anaconda picked up that half magic that I seen Ninban just pick up a moment ago, but I believe he did. Kind of hard to tell with Wild Anaconda's screen. Not sure what's going on over there. But it looks like Rywek is dipping into Pod, and Alucard is in Thieves' Town, going to go up to the top floor to put a hole in that floor so that we can beam a ray of sunshine on Blind's head. And from what I can tell, yeah, Wild Anaconda did pick up that half magic, and it's going to be using bomb straps on Vitreous here.
Yep, bombs and some arrows. Gonna weaken the eyes a little bit. Didn't have enough bombs really to let loose on that.
Yeah, he decided to keep a couple in reserve. He didn't want to drain all of his bombs, so he went to arrows and is now switching up to spin attacks. He wants to save some of those arrows for that big eyeball.
Oof, Ninban heading downstairs, only half a heart left.
That's going to be a dangerous fight with only a half a heart. It is possible that he has a little bit of safety in the potions. I did note as he was doing that menu check, he only has a green potion. That's not going to help for health. So, not sure what's in his other bottle. Hopefully he has a safety back in that bottle, but if he don't, this half a heart battle is going to be very dangerous.
Wild Anaconda, meanwhile, finishing up a fairly clean Vitreous fight, and Ninban gets hit. And no bottle fairy, unfortunately. That's a rough death to take there. They're gonna make a beeline straight back downstairs.
Yeah, indeed, and that is an unfortunate death because that is going to create a big time sink because he now has to recrawl the entire dungeon. And meanwhile, Rywek pulled in a sword upgrade from that big chest in Pod, which will give him his tempered level sword, so he's going to be cooking with bacon. The second best thing besides cooking with butter.
Yeah. The tempered sword, a much appreciated upgrade, especially for Ganon over the Master Sword. Although with silvers, it does make the Ganon fight a little bit easier, even with Master Sword. But yeah, having that tempered sword, you're certainly feeling a lot better.
Oh, most definitely. And it looks like Rywek is going to be putting all of that to good use here as he is making his way downstairs and going to be fighting Helmasaur here in just a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, Ninban is now back where he was, where he took that death, looking a little bit better as far as health goes. So this should be a little bit easier. And Alucard looking to make that Tower of Hera play.
Yeah, we are looking at our dungeon clear count right now. We're tied at 4 dungeons apiece for everybody. So they're keeping pace with each other. I mean, we really things are very close. even with Ninban taking that untimely death in the basement of Meyer, it's still very close. You know, certainly any mistake from here on out would be very unfortunate. So it's been very exciting to watch.
Indeed, he did make up nice time recovery, and it looks like Bombo's medallion requirement for Turtle Rock, as Alucard did bypass Tower of Hera altogether and is going to dip right into Turtle Rock. So we are not going to be doing a medallion hunt for either Turtle Rock or Misery Mire, as we have both medallions.
And well, that just means we're going to be playing everyone's favorite hunt, and that's the Ice Rod hunt.
Yeah, and it looks like if I'm seeing this correctly, our 5-6 crystals were what, Mire and Turtle Rock?
Yeah, I believe so.
I hate to say it, but given with that information, yeah, currently Pedestal is not dead, so we could still be looking at an Ice Rod on Pedestal.
Yeah, that is an absolute possibility.
The only thing that would stop Ice Rod being on Pedestal is if it was like behind a pendant Turtle Rock, which is not the case tonight, as we're dealing with a 5-6 crystal Turtle Rock.
Yeah, indeed. We do know since Swamp, I believe, because Swamp is a pendant. We know that the Ped cannot be Hookshot cannot be imped.
That is correct. Hookshot cannot be imped since Swamp Palace is a pendant dungeon. However, that Hookshot, well, no, it can't even be on Sashrala because you've got to get to the boss to get to the pendant, so it's not even on Sashrala either.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Alucard, I'm really hoping that I don't see a hookshot pop up here in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate. I think the safer play might have been for Alucard to take the Tower of Hera play and hope for the hookshot to come a little bit later.
Yeah, Alucard also realizing without the hookshot, they you gotta do the track here the developer intended way.
Yes, the vanilla track, as it were. Manages to pull it off without any difficulty there, so kudos to that. And it looks like Rye is going to be taking on the back half of Eastern. And in those checks, we get a small key and a compass in that roller room on Alucard's side, as Wild Anaconda is also in pod. And Ninban is going to be taking on Landmolas.
And I've just noticed we don't have any invulnerability items, so no Cane of Burna, no cape. Not required to finish this game, but if I'm finding that cape somewhere, I would want to try to get Spike Cave out of the way, because that could absolutely be one of those locations where Ice Rod is hiding that could just as easily be overlooked.
Oh, indeed, and some of those smaller checks that could easily be overlooked could frustrate the runners later on in the game if they realize that they're still missing something and have not done any of those checks. Rye taking out the Armos Knights in nice fashion there, so going to be another dungeon clear there. I do believe Ninban did knock out Desert there, wiping out the Landmolas. And Ninban is going to dip into that checkerboard cave and going to get his bacon sword.
Rywek heading back through. Oh yes, here we go, picking up Canis Amaria.
Alucard doing what he could in Turtle Rock and is forced to leave as he cannot continue any further.
Yeah, there's that hook shot. Although being able to clear out the remainder of Hookshot Cave, a nice thing. We'll also need that hook shot to get Swamp Palace. So it's a definite. We definitely needed that, but it looks like this may end up being a required Turtle Rock double dip.
And we get a sword upgrade in Hookshot Cave, so Alucard will get his Bacon Sword. So we're just a few checks away from everybody finding their Butter Sword, if they bother checking those places, which it might very well come up naturally for them.
Yeah, it looks like if Ninban's going to be heading in here into Turtle Rock right now, although it looks like they may be clearing out. That's right, they still have Tower of Hera, so that perhaps routing the two of them. Oh no, Super Bunny, that's right. Yeah, Ninban will be following with their Butter Sword. So yeah, that'll be fully upgraded for our late game here.
And Alucard is dipping into the dam. Probably going to be doing a Swamp Palace play here as he ignored that front chest altogether. And Helmosaur King is about to go down to Wild Anaconda here in just a moment. Just a couple of hits with that Bacon Sword, and it is fried.
Yeah, Swamp Palace here. This is our first look into Swamp Palace. So I think it's safe to say, if we don't see Ice Rod in here, a very good chance that thing is sitting on the pedestal.
Ninban electing not to finish the checks in a Hookshot Cave, so he will be bypassing his final sword upgrade. And Rai looks to be taking on Vitreous here in just a few moments. That's going to be another dungeon cleared for Rai. Meanwhile, Alucard working nicely getting through Swamp Palace. And Wild Anaconda dipping into Eastern. It is still anybody's game, folks. I tell you what, this is definitely one interesting race.
Absolutely. The runners have been playing outstanding. They're just really keeping pace with each other throughout all the dungeons. Really been a fun race to watch.
Ninban don't have the hook shot just yet, but having to do the vanilla route for that torch room there, but gets it perfectly, and now is in the roller room here.
And blink and you'll miss it. Rywek with the silver arrow, Vitreous, and we're already done. That's it. That's
yeah, I blinked and missed it because I was focused on Ninban giving you the information that what he was doing, so I did kind of miss it, but yeah. That's one of those blink and you miss it fights, as it looks like Wild Anaconda is getting ready to take on Armos Knights here in just a few moments. That battle's not going to be very difficult for him.
Alucard going down, electing to drain the water. Probably going, I believe they skipped out on left side swamp. Going straight to the back.
Yeah, I did not see Alucard go to the left side. Making a gamble here. He's probably hoping that left side will not be required. But he does pick up that big key there, so he may go back inside just to see what's in it based on what our last two checks are going to be, which is a map and, well, the last check will be, depending on what Argus has here, might determine whether they go back for the chest or left side.
Yeah, I think we've seen the compass and we have the big key and the map. Yeah, there's definitely two items sitting there on left side. So I would be surprised if we don't. I mean, assuming there's no ice rod on Argus, I think we're going to see Alucard dip back in to do left side.
Indeed, and Wild Anaconda is getting ready to dip into Ice Palace here as Ninban finds his hook shot on that big key chest there in Turtle Rock. And Rye is also dipping into Swamp Palace, so... And Argus goes down fairly quickly. And we get a red rupee for our troubles. We will be dipping back inside just to see what we missed.
Yep, Rywek following in Alucard's footsteps here, going through Swamp Palace. We'll see if they elect to do left side on the first run through. Left side swamp is one of those things it's always tempting to skip. It does take some time to go through, but you really, you know, if you're in a situation where you're gonna have to check, you're looking for an item, you're always gonna want to. You most often, I think nowadays, want to just go and just get it done. It's
Indeed, as Wild Anaconda there does the icebreaker room glitch. That's going to save a little bit of time. I missed what was in that big chest on Alucard's side for Swamp Palace.
Same, yeah. Not sure if it was what we were looking for, if as he's continuing on.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a left side play here. There's definitely something there. The only question is it useful? Meanwhile, Rye deciding to go straight to the left side. So, might save him some time there.
Yeah, and since I believe the back half was pretty much dungeon items, you know, that's this is information Rywek's going to have going back if they're keeping count. They're just going to skip right over those chests and go straight to Argus.
Indeed, they are. That's going to save them a little bit of time. And at this point in the game, every second counts. As we see Alucard dropping down to get our first check here in the left side, and it is going to be a 50-pack of rupees. Hook shot across the gap, and that last chest is going to give us the magic powder as Wild Anaconda clears out Cold Stare for his pendant dungeon.
A fantastic Cold Stare fight by Wild Anaconda, keeping those puffs grouped together and just absolutely wrecking them.
And Ninban going straight to the back of Turtle Rock. We are going to get our first look at Trinex tonight. We did pick up the Ice Rod. Not sure where that picked up at.
Yeah, can't believe I missed that. It was right. Ice Rod was on Laser Bridge.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I'm struggling to remember why that was missed, because I believe was it, you know, somebody else had been through there and left. I think that was Alucard had gone through.
Yeah, it was Alucard who dipped into Turtle Rock but left because he didn't have what he needed. He's definitely going to have to dip back into it later. But he's going to turn in that magic powder right about now as Ninban takes out Trinex fantastically. And that magic powder will give us a mirror shield.
Well, let's hope that jogs Alucard's memory to say, hey, gee, maybe I should finish up Laser Bridge.
Spike Cave only giving up a 50-pack of rupees as Ninban is headed straight across Death Mountain, going to be mirroring into Tower of Hera. I sense a Tower of Hera Ganon Tower combo.
It actually looks like I think looks like we were mistracked. It looks like Ninban has all the crystals, and we are going into the tower.
Oh, we are. Not sure if we have time to fire up that game, but get your guesses in. Where's the big key? Well, it's not on the torch. Wild Anaconda getting ready to dip into Turtle Rock. And Alucard is going into Misery Mire. And speaking of Turtle Rock, Rye is in that torch room. Gonna have to do it the vanilla way. Has not picked up that hook shot just yet, but we'll pick it up momentarily.
And Ninban picking up their Ganon's Tower Big Key, going up, getting ready to do the gauntlet.
What check was that, by the way? Just for the sake of argument.
Stalfos room. I'm not sure. I missed the actual chest, but it was in Stalfos room. Oh, it was number. Yeah, okay. It looks like chat saying 3.
Third check in, not bad. That's going to save Ryan a little bit of time once that information gets passed to him. He's going to definitely not have to go digging as deep.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the French Canadians having, I think, a slight advantage by knowing where that ice rod is, and since Alucard had already sort of noped out of Laser Bridge, checking Laser Bridge, definitely I think gives a slight advantage here to the French Canadians.
Yeah, I think in the back of the mind for Alucard is he's still looking for that ice rod. If he would have continued any further, he would have discovered it. But now I think that's going to be sitting there in the back of his mind, and that could cost him a little bit of time later. As we see Ninban crossing that cannonball bridge fairly nicely. Looks to be, yeah, he's going to go get him some safety using that bug net.
Yeah, smart idea. 10 hearts, 10 hearts is good. Definitely having a fairy in a bottle. I mean, even with red mail, Ganon's Tower can hit hard, and you don't really want to lose any time if you don't have to.
Exactly. Looks like all of the runners are doing fairly nice here as Wild Anaconda's in the Chain Chomp room. Alucard here doing nice. Going to be taking on Vitreous here in just a moment. And Rye is making quick work of that Turtle Rock. I think we'll be going to Laser Bridge here in a second. Going to be picking up his Ice Rod. Meanwhile, Ninban doing real good at running through GT here as we're in Landmola's room.
Yeah, an excellent, wonderfully executed gauntlet, and a quick kill on Landmo, heading up to one of the most satisfying rooms in the game, the Wizrobe room. And
flawless execution there, and another little laser bridge thing here. Another Wizrobe room, and ooh, missed that one. Recovered nicely. As Alucard is taking on Vitreous, using those silvers, making short work of those eyeballs. This Vitreous fight is over. As Rye and Wild Anaconda both crawling through Turtle Rock at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like Wild Anaconda appears to be sticking around. We'll finish out this. We'll attempt to finish out this dungeon. Yep, and Rywek going through, ignoring the noise, as it were, and going straight for what matters here. Picking up that key, picking up the ice rod.
Definitely, those are the most important items off of that bridge. And after Vitreous goes down, it looks like Alucard is going to be going into checkerboard. Which means a butter sword for Alucard. Yeah, always love it when we cook the pig in butter. Rye now taking on Chinax here. And it looks like Wild Anaconda is not that far behind. Probably at least 5-6 minutes behind. And we have the Aga 2 fight on Ninban's side. Let's see how well this goes. That first shot was excellently done as we get a triple. Looks like a single as the other two just a bit outside. Not a bad fight. I've seen worse. That was well done by Ninban. However, we're going to have to go back to Ice Palace and Swamp Palace for Ninban to knock out those last two dungeons before we can fight Ganon. As Raya is going over to the GT area. Rai does not have Tower of Hera, I do not believe, unless it's another tracking error. So we might actually see that Tower of Hera GT combo.
No, you're right. Rywek was up here, I believe. Rywek was up here earlier with only a couple hearts and hammer, and I think elected to just skip out on the checks in Hera. And as we can see, looking to set up a Hera pot.
Using the speed strat to do it, and does it nicely as Ninban actually dips into Castle Tower. So we're going to be seeing an Aga 1 fight here in a moment as Wild Anaconda taking on Trinax and Alucard wiping out Landmolas in Desert Palace. That was very quick. And speaking of very quick, I imagine that this fight with Moldorm is going to be very quick. Oh no, he takes a center hole here. Is it a true center hole? Yes, it is. That is going to be a huge time sink. He's going to have to redo that climb.
Yeah, unfortunate. Is saved, I guess, perhaps by having Hera potted up, so the time probably equals out to just normally climbing up. Yeah, not ideal. But they've quickly gotten back up. We'll see how the second opportunity goes.
All right, here we go. Rai versus Moldorm, round 2. As Alucard's going over to East Death Mountain. Probably going to be dipping into Turtle Rock here. And Moldorm goes down, and that's just another crystal there. And looks like we have, looks like Castle Tower and Swamp Palace for Ride to go. As well as the GT climb.
Yeah, Alucard here, looking like they too still have Tower of Hera and Turtle Rock to clear, but that they should be able to do a nice quick back-to-back, similar to what we just saw. And if I'm correct too, it looks like Ninban has not done Ice Palace yet either. So we are neck and neck with dungeons here. This is going to come down to the wire.
Oh, most definitely, as Wild Anaconda actually makes it inside GT here. And Ninban doing Aga 1. Gonna have to do it the painful way, as it's only one energy ball at a time, but it takes 6 to the face to defeat him. The only thing that will interfere with the quickness here is the number of blue balls we get. It can range from a number of 1 to 15. Doesn't look like Ninban's having much difficulty here. We got Rai still doing that climb. And Turtle Rock for Alucard, and
Yep, Wild Anaconda getting their big key is going straight up to the gauntlet.
I think we got one more hit before Aga goes down. Yep, there we go. Ninban not happy with that fight. I think he took a few misses, took a few shots with the blue balls there. A little bit longer than Ninban had anticipated that fight to take. And it's going to be straight to Swap Palace for Ninban as Alucard is still climbing through Turtle Rock. And I do believe Rai and Wild Anaconda are still making their climbs through GT here. As Wild Anaconda goes and grabs a fairy from the safety room.
Yeah.
Probably has all potions in those bottles, electing not to scoop up one in a bottle there, so they're probably all full.
Yeah, no, Ninban has not dipped ice. We do know silvers are in Ice Palace Big Chest, so I'm pretty sure Ninban did not pick those up. I don't recall seeing them. So they will have to head over to ice, but appears to be going to do Swamp Palace first. This should be a very quick Swamp Palace.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. As Alucard now is getting ready to fight Trinex, crossing that bridge. Going to be starting that fight here right about now as Wild Anaconda makes short work of Landmall's number 2. So that climb is going fairly good.
Absolutely excellent execution by all runners here. I do encourage everyone to give these runners a follow. They are all very, very talented runners at this game. So I encourage everyone to check them all out. They've done a fantastic job. This race is super close. This has been very entertaining. As Rywek has finally dispatched Moldorm 2 and will head off to Agatu and take care of him in short order.
Indeed, and yes, these runners are definitely providing a great evening of entertainment. I've been on the edge of my seat the entire time. Also, be sure to follow us on our league channels here on Twitch. Not sure how many we have, but I do know we also have speed gaming channels 1 through 6 that you can follow on as well. Ninban doing a nice diver down. I do want to say we have 6 channels for the Link to the Past Randomizer League channels.
Oh no, and Wild Anaconda just fell off the edge of Moldor 2 as Moldor 2 was in the process of dying. Going to have to take care of him again. Hopefully he gets that done really quick.
Looks like he recovered nicely from that.
That was an excellent recovery to that. A very quick refight there. With Butter Sword, it's really Moldor 2 is not really that much of a problem.
Meanwhile, Rai is dipping into Castle Tower, so we're going to be seeing our Aga 1 fight from him pretty soon as Ninban is getting ready to take down Argus. That was just a straight shot to the back, didn't waste any time. As Alucard is now in Tower of Hera, trying to set up that Hera pot, misses it with Bomb Strat, might be abandoning it. I think he's going to abandon it and go maybe do a room reset, or I'm not sure what Alucard's doing actually.
Yeah, it looks like a room reset. He's gonna give it another shot. I think give it one more try, and I got to imagine doesn't get it on this shot. We'll probably just make the climb. Ninban now heading off to do Ice Palace. This is their last dungeon clear.
Wild Anaconda dropping down to the Ganon fight, but realizing as he dropped down that he is missing some dungeon work here, so he saves and quits to save the embarrassment of actually getting the flavor text from Ganon. So we're going to be dipping into Swamp Palace, it looks like, from Wild Anaconda, as Alucard is ready to take on Moldorm.
Yeah, with the save and quit, no harm, no foul. Probably not a big, if any, bit of a time loss there. I can certainly imagine it's probably muscle memory at this point. You beat Aga 2, you drop into the pit and face the pig.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of muscle memory actually there, as it is typical to clear the 7 crystals, drop down, get Ganon, and win the game. But since this is an all dungeon seed, you've got to get the crystals and the pendants, as well as Aga 1 and Aga 2. As Ninban getting ready to set up for the icebreaker glitch here, as speaking of Aga 1, Rai is getting ready to take that on. And Alucard looking to go inside GT. Ninban having a little bit of difficulty there with that icebreaker glitch. Can't. There he goes. Had a little trouble with that pixelation placement, but managed to nail it. As Fire is still working on that Aga fight there, and Alucard looking for that big key. Gonna go ahead and grab that small key as well. Gonna mirror out, and we're gonna go make that climb. Meanwhile, Anaconda is not playing no games. He is making a straight beeline for Swamp Palace.
Yep, this is going to be another quick Argus fight. As we really Alucard with all the dungeons cleared, just going to finish up their gauntlet, Aga 2 and Aga 1, and they're ready to go. This is going to be down to the wire.
Meanwhile, Rai finishing up his fight over at Castle Tower. So Aga 1 is now dead as far as he is concerned, and going to be headed down to Swamp Palace. And we get a cold stare fight on Ninban, so this Ice Palace fight for him is going to not take that long. And Wild Anaconda making nice work driving through Swamp Palace. This is one fast crawl here. I'm not even sure you could call it a crawl at this point. It's more like a sprint.
Yeah, at this point, eyes on the prize for the runners. They know exactly what they need to do, and it is just academic at this point. Just got to take care of business.
Indeed, it is more or less just a matter of execution that's going to win this game. And speaking of winning the game, just as a reminder to you listening and watching here on Twitch, the total times of both runners will be averaged, and the fastest average time will give us a win. And a win is worth 3 points as well. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Ninban dropping in the first to take on the big pig. Great positioning there in the corner to get off a couple spins. We'll see. That might take us. Yep, I think we're into the third phase of the fight here.
Yes, we are. We're going to be going into the fourth phase here fairly soon. Also, all the runners will have the same Ganon warps, so it is seeded. The only thing that will change that would be a death.
Yep, that's right. A death or a fall here off the edge would reset the warps, and all bets are off there.
Exactly. And now Wild Anaconda dropping down. Now, forgot. He's got to do Castle Tower yet. I didn't see the tracker there, but lit up. Getting a little eye glare from Wild Anaconda screen as he transitioned rooms there, so it does kind of mess up the vision there a little bit.
And everyone, GG's for Ninban as they wrap up a Ganon fight and sprint across the finish line with a time of 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 49 seconds.
The race is still up for any team at this point because it is an averaged overall time.
And to clarify, the official time for Ninban is 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 48 seconds.
Alucard taking on Aga2 here. We'll see how that goes for him. And Ry looks like, yes, Ry has dropped down into Ganon and gets that first hit right before the flavor text appears on the screen, so it gets that quick shot in. Always nice when you can see the runners get that sneak shot in.
Yeah, the quicker you can move on to the next phase, the better.
Ryan making nice short work here of Ganon. This fight's going fairly well. We're getting ready to go into phase 4 here. Alucard making his climb up Castle Tower, so going to be seeing an Aga 1 fight from him pretty soon. And speaking of Aga 1, Wild Anaconda is getting ready to face Aga right about now. We're just a few frames away from that happening as Ganon goes down to ride, just wait for him to cross the bridge, and we'll give you the official time, and then we'll average both runners' times and give you the overall time for Les French Canadiens.
Hello.
And I do believe we are joined in the room by members of Les French Canadiens. GG's, gentlemen.
Yes, GG's.
Ah, GG, bonsoir, bonsoir.
See what you did there. Nicely played.
Yeah, very nice.
Speaking of played, how was the seed for you guys, and what was the most difficult part of figuring out the routes?
Sacrificing myself to go into swamp without the hook shot. That was the most difficult part. It was sad. And then knowing that the hook shot wasn't here and like I have to keep going in case there's the ice rod. That was it. No, but we have a good coordination between Ninban and I. We know our strengths, we know our weaknesses, we know what to tell each other. We number our chests to say like, okay, open 3, 7, and 5, and like, okay, perfect. Like we can transmit the good information quickly.
Where is a 7th chest? Please.
Pod, come on.
Okay.
Please. It's just an example. But we're watching the reason and we're like, where are all these items that Wild and Alu have? Like, where the heck is this butter sword? The book, the powder, the safeties.
I think Buttersword, I think they picked up an extra sword upgrade in Mire.
Hey.
Yeah, there was a sword upgrade in the Mire Closet, and there was also a sword upgrade, which I do believe one, if not both of you missed, in the Hookshot Cave.
That must be the Hookshot Cave, yeah.
Yeah, that must be Hookshot Cave. Because the sword upgrade was in Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah.
In the my area.
Meanwhile, for those watching on Twitch, Wild Anaconda is now fighting Gana, just getting ready to start Phase 3 here. We'll be going into Phase 4 here soon, as Alucard is taking on Aga 1, and then going to be doing the drop down for the Ganon fight as well.
Yeah.
And where were the powder, the mirror shield, and all that?
The mirror shields. I want to know the mirror shield. Ninban's just being polite for me. He hates shields.
And while as we finish up Wild Anaconda, everyone get your GGs in chat for Wild Anaconda as they cross the bridge. Yeah, mirror shield came up. Oh no, I'm trying to remember. It was very late, and it was in. No, I can't remember.
Maybe they can tell us.
What are we looking for?
Hello guys, GG's.
Hello,
Welcome.
GG.
Welcome,
GG, guys.
GG's.
GG's
We're
and
joined by
welcome.
Wild Anaconda and Alucard as well.
If we could hold off on the Alucard interview for just a few moments, we're still in the middle of that restream, so we do not want to spoil the fight for our viewers at home on Twitch.
Well, Alucard will beat Ganon in the next 10 minutes.
Probably.
Hold on, folks. You're in for a bumpy ride.
He's still fighting Ganon now.
Can you imagine? I think I'd immediately hold auditions for Alu's.
Alu's replacement in Stoops? Oh my.
No.
Just for the record, folks, Pedestal was definitely dead, as there was only a piece of love there.
Nice.
I think it was definitely dead because we didn't need to go there.
Indeed.
Yeah, once you guys picked up that ice rod and I do believe it was Turtle Rock on the Mirror Bridge, yeah, it was kind of over there, because we were speculating that ice rod might have been on Pedestal before you guys came across it. As Alucard now does take out Ganon, waiting to cross the bridge, waiting to get that official time. He will average these times out, but I do, based on, if my math is correct, the fastest time for the overall will be Les French Canadiens. But we will have to wait for the official word.
I mean, they both finished.
They
before
both
we
finished
did.
first. I think they got this.
So it's just, yeah, there's no math that needs to be done unless you want to know the exact time. But this was a good race. That ice rod on the last chest on Laser Bridge.
Yes. I wanted to ask. We were watching, and I believe was it you, Alucard?
Yep.
No, it was Wild. Why do you do this?
It was
totally a play.
It was a play. It was a gamble, and like that's just the way that randos go, and that's okay. I think still overall, like, we did really well. We knew going in this was a tough matchup, and I'm not upset with how we did or the outcome. So
Yeah, same. It was just we entered this tournament just to have some fun, so we're just playing and chilling with each other. And
yeah, I mean, this was an absolutely entertaining match from start to finish. It was neck and neck. I think you were all sort of just crisscrossing over each other in all the different dungeons, but we're very much keeping pace with each other the entire time, up to Ice Rod. The Ice Rod hunt, really, but even then, it was really you're really just a couple minutes behind. It was a very entertaining race, and for that, we absolutely appreciated all your work here.
good, yeah. I'm glad it was enjoyable to watch. It was enjoyable to play.
it's enjoyable to meme.
Yeah. It was very fun to play against the both of you.
Absolutely,
For sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we all know each other pretty well, or know well enough. it's nice to be able to compete like with like high caliber players. It's like it's always fun. Like we're all pretty
Yeah,
much the
for
same
sure.
levels here. It's like we're not Andy level, but like we're all same level. And like this.
Yeah, we knew this
What-
was gonna be tough,
Mhm.
but we got another match tomorrow, so we'll make it
Tomorrow.
up. It's fine.
Oh.
Vitorp's got to know everything about the right.
I should hope so, but that's why I brought in my expert, Asclepius Rod.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. Well, rip.
Oh, we predetermined exactly who was going to be pitted against who. If you were sending in Wild, we were sending in Ninban. If you were sending in Vito, we were sending in A-Rod. If you were coming in Alu, I was jumping in.
Oh, I should have just skipped this week.
Oh.
I don't think it's time for player-to-player matchup, man.
I think everybody's good, so it's like I'm kidding. Like everybody's fantastic.
Mhm.
So we'll see how it goes, but this one was definitely fun. I made a big play. I was like, I big brained myself. I was like, well, there aren't that many more items in Turtle Rock. Could just be in Hookshot Cave here. Could be in Olive Swamp or Green Pendant, or hey, now we found magic powder, or this mushroom that we found up here, or this book that I got by turning in the mushroom.
Oh my god, the book was behind the mushroom?
I didn't follow the book.
Oh
I
my
didn't follow the book at that point, but it was
I was saying when you got the mirror shield, my comment was I really hope that reminded you like, hey, you know, there's a couple more chests up on Laser Bridge. Maybe I should just check those out.
I mean, it was a very calculated play. It was not. We were very aware of those things, but
It's not easy to come back to Razor Bridge.
Yeah.
Certainly not. Well, yeah, I mean, very, very entertaining race. Like I said, GGs to everybody. That was a lot of fun. Appreciate you all.
Oh, most definitely. GG's, gentlemen. Very exciting race. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Any last comments before we wrap up tonight?
Well,
Good
thank you
luck.
so much for commentating, and good luck to Alu and Vitor tomorrow. You're gonna need it.
we sure will if it's anything like this one. But GG all around, and thanks guys for volunteering and commentating and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, our pleasure. And be sure, everybody in chat, please be sure to give everyone here a follow. Great job, everybody. GG's. I'm Joe Fuzz, and I'm here with Jeff Teref. We had a great time tonight. I hope you all did as well. We'll be signing off. Thank you again.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good
Thank
night.
Have a good night. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.